Hello and welcome to a prospecting video. Today we're going to be forging all of the new items that got added into the game, like the new equipment. So we're going to be forging let me just quickly check the names. It is the Ring of Thorns, the Amulet of Life and the Antlers of Life. And we're going to be forging all of them and then doing some testing with the antlers to see if it's like a good item. Now, if you saw the crafting video yesterday, I did already test the antlers for a little bit, but I only tested them for like 5 to 10 minutes, so I am going to make them a 6-star and test them again to see if it makes a difference. Because I do want to try combining like different rings, try and make like the best build possible with the antlers. Even though I do think the antlers are kind of useless, unless you want like modifier boost or size boost. Like, they could be good in a size boost build because of the amount of luck they come with. And size boost builds normally lack luck. So let's just jump straight into this. So, Ring of Thorns. If you don't know what the Ring of Thorns is, it gives you a dig strength 40, luck 100, size boost 30 and a modifier boost of 60. And it takes Chryso, Pionite, Light Shard, Glow Moss, Firefly Stone. So we're going to be crafting one of these. So we have quality 5-star, 75 million and craft. Boom, 65. That's not terrible, but we will be forging that. So on to the next item, we got Amulet of Life. Now this gives you a luck 300 and modifier boost of 150%. And that requires Spectrite, Chryso and Prismara. So quality 5-star, 150 million and craft. 57%, okay. Now, last but not least, we're going to move on to the exotic, which is the Antlers of Life, which gives you a luck of 580, dig speed 40, size boost 60 and a modifier boost of 200%. And to craft this exotic item, you need Chryso, Vineheart, which is an exotic itself, Radiant Gold and Firefly Stone. Now, Radiant Gold is actually quite hard to get, so is Vineheart. Well, I say it's hard to get, but look how many I've already got in literally less than 2 days of the update. So let's pick out our lowest weighted materials and see if that's enough for a 5-star. And it is! Quality 5-star, 300 million and craft. 75%. So I am going to be reforging all of those pieces, because if you didn't know, in the magma furnace, when you forge an item, well, 2 items, and they have, let's say, 80% and one of them is 70%, you will get like 75%. It will choose something in between those percentages. But if you have this game pass, which is Crafter's Luck, and you combine, let's say, a 75 with an 80, you might get like 83. So reforging items before forging them is very, very useful. I know it's a bit confusing saying reforge, forge, reforge, forge. Like, they're basically, I don't know why they're technically the same word, but it is what it is. Now let's do some reforging. So we're going to go with the Ring of Thorns first, and let's see what we can get with this one. I'm looking for anything 85 or plus. Well, that's not 85, so we go again. And I don't mind spending money because I do have a 17.3 trillion. A lot of people ask me how I have 17.3 trillion. I honestly don't know, because I don't go for cell boost. Or I don't use cell boost strats like switching to prismatic rings to sell, like some people do for the leaderboards. So the way I got 17 trillion was literally just passive income from playing the game. 86, we'll take that. So now we're going to move over to the Amulet of Life and see what percentage we get on this one. 150 million base price. This is going to get pricey. 94. Wow. On the second one, the second reforge, we got 94. We'll take that happily. And now, last but not least, we have the Antlers of Life. So here we go. Come on. Big percentage, please. 69. 89. We'll take that. I don't know why sometimes when you're reforging, the percentage disappears. But if you look at the hotbar down below, you'll be able to see your percentage. So 89%, that is absolutely beautiful. Oh, there's a head in my face. So now we're going to head to the forge at the magma furnace. If you don't know what the forge is, it's where you combine 2 5-star items to make a 6-star. And it is the only way to get 6-star items in this game. You can't, like, use high KG items to get a 6-star. You have to use this forge where you combine 2 5s. So the first thing we're going to combine is the Ring of Thorns. So both of these are 86%. So I'm expecting like an 88, 89, maybe? Because of the Game Pass that I said earlier in the video. So quality 6-star, Ring of Thorns, dig strength can go up to 45, look 110, size boost 32%, and a modifier boost of 65. If you don't know the difference between a 5 and 6-star item, a 6-star basically gives you an extra 10% boost on your stats if it's maxed out. So 1,000 shards, I thought it was 1,500. Oh, it's because it's a mythic item. Oh, okay. Right, combine. 88! I've guessed it correctly. So I combined 2 86s and I got an 88 because of that Game Pass. So that is absolutely perfect. Now you might be wondering why I just made a 6-star Ring of Thorns. It's because I am going to be experimenting with a size boost build in my next video. So I want to have that ready for my next video. I am going to craft like 7 more of those rings so we can have a full 8 rings to test. But that's for tomorrow, so we'll wait till tomorrow for that one. Now we're going to move on to the Amulet of Life. So Amulet of Life, we've got a 94 and a 91. I am expecting around a 95, maybe a 96. So the quality is going to be 6-star, look 325, and a modifier boost of 160%. So this is pretty much a useless item unless you want to do a modifier boost build. But I've said this in a previous video, modifier boost doesn't really mean anything unless you want more money. But if you want more money, just use sell boost. So modifier boost is pretty much useless. Unless they add something into the game in the future where you need a certain modified item. Like for the museum it would be helpful, I guess. But then again, you're going to be using a size boost build to get the items for the museum. So why do you need a modifier boost? I don't understand. But we're going to craft this item anyway, even though it is kind of useless. So 1,000 shards and combine. 93? Okay. I'm not mad at that. That is pretty good. So we'll keep that item. And now, last but not least, again, it is the Antlers of Life. The Exotic. So this will cost me 1,500 shards. And we have a 93 and an 89. So I'm expecting probably a 94. Maybe a 93. Quality, 6-star. Look, 600 and... Whoa, that's actually a huge increase. Okay, making this a 6-star item is actually worth it. Wow. You go from about 580 to 640. That is pretty insane. And then dig speed 44, size boost 65%, and modifier boost of 220. 1,500 shards and combine. 92. That is absolutely glorious, but I've only got 580 luck. How has that happened? It promised me 600 and something. What happened? 580 is still alright though. It must have maxed out the modifier boost and the size boost. Well, the size boost did max out, and modifier boost I think maxed out as well, and probably the dig speed. So it's the luck that's let me down on that, but that's fine, that's fine. Now we are going to do a little bit of testing with this item because I do want to swap out my rings and see if we can get this item to actually work. Oh, lovely. The server I'm already in has totems, so I don't have to put down any totems. We've got 27 minutes. I could put down a meteor shower. I think it might be worth it, me putting down a meteor shower. And also, I collected my sluice today and I found a vine heart. If you don't know what a vine heart is, it is the new exotic in this area. So make sure you put your sluice down in this area because I've also heard someone else found an exotic in their sluice. And then also I found an exotic in my sluice today. So the sluice has 178 items. Can we get lucky and find one? Oh my god. Oh my god, it's an exotic printer. This sluice with 60,000 luck is an exotic print machine. That is the second one I've had today. That is insane. How many vine hearts are we up to now? Ooh. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I've also used 3 of them, so we've had 12 vine hearts total. But I didn't do too much digging yesterday. I only done digging on the first day, and that pretty much got me 8 or 9, if I remember correctly. So where should we dig? I want to move my sluice as well, because it's kind of just in the way. I'm going to dig here. We've got 11,500 luck. We've got a 1,500 increase of luck because of the Antlers of Life. So if we put down a meteor shower, we will have an extra 2,500 luck just from the antlers. So let's do that now, because I do have a meteor fragment. So boom. Very nice. And now let's see if we can get some vine hearts and do some testing. So let's look at the shake speed. Like, look how slow this is. Look how slow this is. No. But if I compare it with, like, the cryogenic preserver, look how fast this is. Look at the difference. Look at the difference in the shake speed. This is why I think cryogenic preserver is just a broken item. That should really be an exotic. I don't know why that outperforms the Antlers of Life. But we're still going to do some more testing. So here we go. Why am I up to 2,312 luck? What's making me get that extra luck? I'm getting an extra 600 from somewhere, but I don't know where. Like, the Antlers of Life normally gives me 22.5. So I don't know where 600 luck is coming from. Oh, I know where the extra luck came from. It's because I made it a 6-star item, isn't it? That's where it came from. So you get an extra 600 luck from making it a 6-star? That's insane. But as you can see, this build is very slow. So what we're going to do is take off some vortex rings and swap them out for mithril rings and see if we can speed this up. So I've added 1 mithril ring, just swapped out 1 and see how this is. We did lose 600 luck from swapping out the vortex ring, but it has made the shaking a tiny bit faster, but not by much. Not by much at all, really. But what if we swapped out another one? But if we swap out another one, then using the antlers ain't really worth it. Oh, this is confusing. I don't know why they added this item in the game. It doesn't really fit in a build. Did I gain capacity? I lost capacity, didn't I, by swapping out the vortex ring? How much capacity did I lose? I need to find that out now. I lost 800 capacity from swapping out a vortex ring? Are you joking? Okay, yeah. This antlers is not worth it at all. Like, I'm gaining an extra 3,000 luck from using the antlers, but I'm losing like 2 times my speed. Why are they so bad? Like, they would be very good to use if you're not an endgame player. But if you're an endgame player and you have exotic items crafted and all of that good stuff, then it's not needed. It's literally not needed. Unless you're running like a modifier boost build, which is, like I said earlier, pointless. I'm so confused. I really am. Like, the last exotic they added was the vortex ring, which is absolutely broken. I don't know why they ever added that ring into the game. It should have been a lot worse than what it was. But now they added an item that's literally useless. I'm starting to think the devs don't actually play the game. Oh, we got a red. Or is it pink? I can't tell. Oh, it's pink. It's a chryso. I thought that was red for a while then. Let's move over here so the colours of the totems don't affect the colour that's surrounding the pan. Like, even when they done the museum update, the museum was way too good. Like, I still think it needs nerfing, personally. Like, I'm starting to think, like, they don't actually play the game themselves. They just keep making stuff and then adding it and then letting the players decide if it's good or not. I could be wrong about that. I could be actually completely wrong and just being pessimistic, but I don't know. Oh, that's pink. What is it? Is it a chryso again? Hey, it's a radiant gold. Whoa, 7.7 kg radiant gold. That's my new highest weight. And if you look at my size boost, I have 80%. Like, I have no size boost, pretty much. Oh, that's red. That is 100% red. That is a vine heart. 4.4 kg vine heart. The 23,000 luck is kicking in. So that's nice. So what I suggest with these antlers is, if you're like a mid-game or low-end game player, then it might be worth crafting. But if you have an endgame build, such as Vortex Rings, Mithril Rings, Cryogenic Preserver, Frostborn Pendant, then I suggest just keeping the build exactly the way it is. Like, I have lost so much speed and only gained 3,000 luck. Like, if anything, that's droplets in the ocean. It really is. It's like taking a bucket, going to the seaside, and dropping a bucket into the ocean of water. 8 kg radiant gold though, we'll take that. And what I mean by that analogy is, it doesn't really mean much. Oh, pink, what is it going to be? It's a Chryso. Hey. Oh, I've been spotted. Yo, Giwoon. How you doing, dude? Or it could be Giwoon, actually. I said Giwoon, but it probably is Giwoon. I watch your vids, man. Love the work. Yo, thank you. Oh, is that pink or red? It's pink. What is it? It's a Chryso. And the meteor shower is gone, so rip meteor. With this build, I would try some other rings like prismatic stars or solar rings. But if we look at the prismatic stars and solar rings, like the solar rings give you... Oh, I can't read some of the things, but dig speed -9 and shake strength 2 and shake speed -10, so they're not good for speed. And then if we look at the Apocalypse Bringer, dig strength 22, shake strength 5. That's actually not bad. The shake strength on the Apocalypse Bringers are not bad, but they're not great. But if we look at the Prismatic Stars, you get a shake strength of 2.8 and a shake speed of 20%. And then if we compare that to the Mithril Rings, you get a shake speed of 38%. So I just don't see any other faster rings to make this build any faster. And if you don't know about this game is all about speed and capacity, because you want to filter through as many items as possible. So using these antlers, I don't think it is actually worth it, unfortunately. Unless, like I said, you're a mid-game or low-end game player. But if you're maxed out like me, then it's not worth it. That's the sad truth. Oh, pink. What is it? It's probably going to be the last mythic of the video. Radiant gold. The totems have vanished. They are done. And the merchant does spawn in about 2 minutes. So we're going to go wait for that. And then after we've seen what's in the merchant, I will be ending this video for today. So my final thoughts on the antlers at 6-star quality is, if you're mid to low end game, use them and craft them. But if you're full end game and you've got the Cryogenic Preserver, Frostborn Pendant, 4 Vortex Rings and 4 Mithril Rings, then don't bother. Yeah, that's pretty much my final thoughts. So now let's go and see what's in the merchant. Merchant has spawned at Caldera, so let's see what we got. So we've got Quake Potion, Traveler Backpack, Solar Flare and Unstable. All shards. What an absolute disappointment. Oh well, we'll wait for the next one. But that is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like. And if you really enjoyed, make sure to subscribe for your daily prospecting content. And I will be back tomorrow, so see you then. Goodbye.